Hello, hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to this video. If you are here, it's a good chance that you are drawn to this video because of the topic that we're going to talk about, which is third party dynamics in the twin flame journey, helping you understand the karmic contract that your beloved is in and how this third party dynamic is here to help you reclaim your feminine power. And I know all too well what it's like for I know all that pain all too well, what it feels like for your twin flame to choose someone else. I've experienced multiple karmic connections, and each karmic connection that I experienced helped me discover more parts of me, but it gave me a deeper understanding of why we experience this on the twin flame journey. And if you are new here, I want to welcome you. My name is Melissa, and this is Sacredness Within You. I am a twin flame mentor. I'm an energy healer and a spiritual guide. And I created Sacredness Within You to help the feminines reclaim that sacredness that's within them, the part of them that is magnetic, abundant, and is full of her desires. And she is wanting to access those parts of her. Many of us have those sacred parts of us covered up by wounds, by limiting beliefs and conditions that society has placed upon us. And our twin flame journey is like a masterclass in our journey of self-discovery. It is meant to be like the super highway of our spiritual growth and ascension. And so today I really want to dive into helping you understand why you're experiencing a third party dynamic. And if you're really honest with yourself, if you were to look back through your journey with other relationships and partners, this is probably a pattern that you have experienced. And if you were to look farther back, it might be within your family's lineage as well. And for some of you, you're like me, and I was born into a third party dynamic. And so for me, this is a multifaceted, multi-layered experience, and which is why it's taking me as long as it has to learn all that I have. And for me, I'm grateful because every karmic partner has helped me open up to other parts of myself that I couldn't see otherwise. And my beloved's current karmic partner has taught me more than any of them have. And that's exactly what these partnerships and by your twin flame choosing another woman to be with is here to help you discover. And so I want to invite you in to settle into this space and to really listen to this message through your body. Allow your body to help you remember your truth and to align with what it is that I'm saying in your own journey to help you learn what it is that you are here to learn and what this karmic connection is here to teach you. Because this connection isn't about you being punished. It's actually initiation. It's not about rejection or betrayal. It's about you understanding where you have betrayed and rejected yourself. And so I invite you in, and I want to first start off by talking about what third party energy really is. And what this energy isn't about someone else. It isn't about someone else being in your connection with your twin. It's not about that person. It is about you and an energetic interference that you have within you. But it's also about soul contracts and about mirrored abandonment. And so when we look at third party energy, it can show up within the feminine. And for a lot of us, it's why we keep attracting third party dynamics. And it's here to teach us. Oftentimes we get caught up in and thinking we have to heal more and heal more and heal more up, regarding things that we experience. But we have to be able to take time and look at, what is this here to teach me? And when I started looking from that lens, it opened up new opportunities for me to realize how everything is happening for me to help me ascend my consciousness, to step into my power, and to remember who it is that I am. And it's here to do the same thing for you. And so within the feminine, third party energy can show up in terms of choosing emotionally unavailable partners. A lot of times, this is a reflection of our father. A lot of us didn't have fathers who were emotionally available. A lot of us didn't have fathers who were present in our life either, right? But we also had mothers that weren't emotionally available either. So you have to be able to look at this in regards to, how does this apply to your scenario? Because all of us have different scenarios. And for me, I usually experience things on both sides because I'm here to teach others what this is here to show them. Other ways third party energy shows up is sabotaging relationships that feel too safe. A lot of us are really used to having these relationships that are full of highs and lows. They're very turbulent. And when a connection is peaceful and calm, it doesn't feel safe to us. And a lot of us also have this deep fear of intimacy. And a lot of times within the energetic cords that connect twin flames together, there will be an energetic block within the cords, especially in the sacral chakra, around intimacy, which is why a lot of times you invite in some type of third party dynamic or energy. Remember, when we talk about this energy, you're pulling in something that's creating this wedge between you and your beloved. And it doesn't always have to be another person. For some of you, it's an addiction, whether that's drugs, sex, alcohol, shopping, food. It may be work. It might be other things, right? And so it just doesn't always need to be a person, but it's something that prevents the two of you from being close. And you have to start addressing where it is that you are blocking your ability to experience intimacy. And a lot of times your intimacy starts with you learning how to be intimate with yourself, and not always in a sexual nature, but in terms of understanding yourself, right? And third party energy can also show up in choosing, like feeling like you're chosen last or not at all. And this can be in relationship to love, it can be in your family, or even your career. And when we look at the experiences that we go through in the twin flame journey in regards to things like separation, third party energy is an embodiment of separation, because it's creating distance between you and your twin flame. And you have to remember that in separation itself is also a reflection of your own inner feminine and your own inner masculine not being in union. That's why I teach and I coach my clients to inner union first. And if you're struggling with that and caught up in what I call the devoted dreamer or the shadow alchemist and wanting to bridge into the magnetic feminine, I encourage you to check out my one-on-one container, called Return to Radiance, because we address these things on an individual basis. And it helps you learn to hold yourself in your masculine energy so your feminine energy can flourish and they can work together as a team. And when we look at how we hold the third party energy, a lot of us don't understand that there's a shadow within us that is creating this, that we are carrying within us. And if you look at this, this might be a pattern within your family. Like my mom. My mom chose somebody who was emotionally unavailable, which was my father, who was married. and happened to have his wife at the time pregnant with another child as well. So I had a sister, she has passed away since then, who is 8 months older than I am. And so he had impregnated two women at the same time. And so we can look back and see that a lot of the feminines carry this, which is why we keep attracting these types of dynamics. So it's our responsibility to clear this within us for us. And some of the patterns that the feminine experiences, performing to be picked, being in that pick me energy, thinking she has to perform, that she has to be perfect, that she needs to be a certain way for her beloved to choose her. And oftentimes, too, we carry these wounds around competition with other women, even if it's silently. And if you have other women who are threatened by you or trying to compete with you, it's because there's something within you, whether you're aware of it or not. And a lot of times, if you were to look at how you respond, I'm not even going to say respond, how you react to your beloved's partner, that is giving you key insight to some healing that you are needing to do and to look at some of these parts of you. Are you in competition with her? Are you trying to compete with her? Are you looking at, like, what does she have that I don't have? What do I need to do to be like her so he chooses me, right? When it doesn't have anything to do with her. It's everything about you. She is acting as a mirror to you. And to embrace that and to see her as somebody here that is here to support you, because oftentimes we think of the karmic connection that your beloved is in is just solely for him, but it's not. It is a limiting belief within the collective that says it's just about him. He needs to do what he needs to do within that connection, and there's truth to that. You have to remember that this is a soul contract with him and her and you. And there's lessons here for you to learn, which is why you chose this. But you also have to remember too that this isn't the first time that the three of you have been in this love triangle. This has happened in other lifetimes. Another way that we carry this energy is being afraid of softening. Right? Like softening our body, softening how we show up in reality in terms of being like emotional, being connected to ourselves. Because when we do this, it perceives us as being weak, right? But it's not. When we soften our physical body, when we soften our energetic field, and we radiate that out, it allows for what we desire to come into our energetic field. And oftentimes too, when we carry this energy, it can be seen as, being too much. Like, oh, you're too much. You're too emotional. And we have to be able to see that within ourselves and to realize that we're not too much. That your softness and your emotions and your ability to feel that way is a superpower. It is a gift. And if you don't heal the third party energy by waiting, or I gotta rephrase this. You do not heal. I want to make this very clear. You do not heal third party energy by waiting for him to leave her. By you waiting for him to leave her, and I made this mistake, it will just perpetuate the cycle that you are in and will keep him in that dynamic even longer. And the way that you heal is by choosing to no longer abandon yourself. Because when you look at him choosing her, it's showing you how you are abandoning yourself. And when you look at what it is that you say regarding this connection, it's a portal, it is a gateway, it is a sacred invitation for you to explore you. So I want to offer you a journal prompt. As many of you know, I am a huge fan of journaling, and it helps you write from the mind in terms of how you're feeling and eventually be able to tap into your body. and to really get down to what it is that you're experiencing and understanding why. And I want to offer this to you and ask yourself, write this down, pause the video or come back to it, but where in your life have you played the role of the other? Not just with men, but in your own self-worth. Because the playing the role of the other is the role that you need to no longer play. And we have to remember that what is happening in our twin flame dynamic is most likely happening in other areas of our life as well. So let's talk about the role of the karmic partner. I invite you to view this as a neutral situation and to look at the higher perspective of why your soul has invited you to experience this. Because karmic partners often appear to help us complete soul lessons, both for you and for your twin flame. Think back to your karmic partner. Most of you probably met your karmic partner prior to meeting your twin flame. For some of you, you've never been in a relationship before, so you have to look at who are your karmic people in your life. Maybe one of your parents, maybe both, maybe a friend, a boss, a coworker, right? And so you have to be able to fit this into your scenario because not every scenario is going to be the same. You have to look at what are the lessons that you are meant to learn from a karmic partner. Because here's what I want to offer you is the presence of the karmic partner doesn't mean that you're less than, doesn't mean that you're less important. It doesn't mean that the masculine is receiving the pressure and the polarity or, and the need to awaken. Because remember, it's not your job to awaken your masculine twin flame. That's a karmic's job. The karmic's job is going to bust him wide open. Just like your karmic partner was the beginning that kind of cracked you open a little bit. And then meeting your twin flame busted you like wide open. And because of the presence of the karmic partner, you are being invited to choose yourself completely without needing to be rescued. Because your twin flame is never going to rescue you. I tried for a really long time. I even remember one day saying to him when he was coming up to the stairs of my computer or coming up the stairs with a computer for me. And when we lived in Mexico, I was like, oh, my knight in shining armor is here to save me. And after saying that, I was like, oh, wait, he's not here to save me. And he made that very clear that he's not here to save me. Only I can save myself. Which is why a lot of times when we go through the most challenging things in our life, our twin flame is not there. So we have to understand that we have to save ourselves. We have to come back home to ourselves. We have to be able to rise up into our feminine power. And I really want you to understand that this connection that your beloved is in with this other person is a catalyst for you. She's not a threat to you. And if she is, it's an invitation for you to look at that and ask yourself, why is it that you view other women as a threat? Why do you view her as competition? Because she is a catalyst for you to turn within, to help you reclaim your feminine sovereignty, to understand how powerful you are. And I know at times, thinking about your twin being with another person, or if you've been like me and you've seen them, together, I've seen some of his other partners with him, it rips you apart, right? But those are portals. Those are gateways to helping you access these things within you. And how can you start reframing if you see the karmic as the enemy? How can you start reframing it to allowing her to be a mirror for you? And how can you find appreciation for her? because she is helping you just as much as she is helping him. She's playing one of the hardest roles that a person could play. Think about that for a moment. She's willing to go through whatever it is that she's going through with your twin flame to help you grow and to help him grow and ultimately herself grow as well. It is literally designed to be there to support everyone in their growth. So I want to offer you another journal prompt. If I view this situation as a sacred setup for my evolution, what might it be trying to teach me? The more that you can lean into what this connection is here to teach you, the more that you are going to evolve. So let's talk about how to begin untangling. Because it's a journey, it's a process, it's an unfolding. It just doesn't happen overnight. It's going to require you to choose you. It's going to ask you, where are you leaking your energy? In Circle today in our masterclass, we talked about, how our masculine twin flame is a mirror to us, but we always don't understand the mirror because we sometimes take it literal. And it's not always the case because what they're showing us can be multidimensional. And what they're showing us may be linked to a specific person or a specific situation in our journey. Or it might take you time to connect to yourself to really truly see what it is that he is mirroring back to you. And so let's talk about some of the things to support you in untangling. First and foremost, like I mentioned, start asking yourself, where are you not choosing you? Where are you leaking your energy? Because if your twin flame is still pouring energy, time, money into his connection with the karmic, you have to look at where are you leaking your energy. And when you ask yourself, your subconscious, your body will show you. And it's an opportunity for you to start reclaiming your power to no longer abandon yourself. This is an invitation for you to start embodying what it is that you desire. Embodiment over obsession. Because embodiment means in the body. And when you are in the body, it is about feeling. You cannot think. It's not connected to the mind. And so where is it that you can start embodying things? Connecting your hand to your heart and closing your eyes. Another thing, a practice, is to connect your heart in your womb. A lot of you are disconnected from your heart. Your heart is closed. I'm actually in the process of rereading The Alchemist. And I read it right before I started my spiritual awakening, and I felt really called to read it again because it's been like 7 years since I read it. And it's like this deep remembrance and reminder of things that we experience in our journey. And he talks about how listening to your heart is where God places your desires. And if your heart is closed, you can't hear those desires. You can't feel those desires, and you are connected from those desires. And your heart will always lead you. But also, too, a lot of us feminine, especially us that are embodying with female bodies, are disconnected from our womb. Our womb is a whole nother portal. A portal of connection to ourselves, a portal to connection to our intuition. And so start reconnecting to your heart, reconnecting to your womb, and start looking at where have you shut down your desires, and how can you start honoring those desires by opening your heart, because your heart is the biggest magnetic field out there. Another way is to heal the ancestral abandonment in comparison. This ancestral abandonment that runs within us may require you to seek a healer. And if it's something that you're struggling with to heal, click on the link in my description box. I have one-on-one Reiki energy healing sessions so we can start healing that within you. Because it is embedded, it's encoded in your cells and in your DNA. And it will be continued to be passed down from generation to generation to generation. I had abandonment encoded into my cells for 14 generations. And I think each generation they roughly say is 28 years. So that's a long time. We're talking over 300 years, I think. I don't know. I'm not good at math. But start looking at that stuff. Start looking at the comparison that you have with yourself and others, your journey and somebody else's journey. And look back in your lineage, where does this come from? Look at your relationship with your mother. A lot of us had mothers that were envious of us, were jealous of us, resented us, right? Because of how powerful we were and what it was that we brought to our lineage. And a lot of you need to release outdated timelines and outdated templates. Templates are things that we incarnate into that carry codes of things around relationships, gender roles, around money, and us as twin flames are here to wipe out those outdated templates around relationships, outdated templates around what it means to be feminine, outdated templates of what it means to be masculine, and what it means to truly be in a sacred union. Because we're not meant to be in a relationship with our twin flame. We're meant to be in a sacred union. And in order to do so, we have to start inviting in that sacredness within ourselves. And to reclaim that sacredness, but not only that, to reclaim the sacredness of your twin flame journey. So I want to offer you a really simple practice. And this is something you can do every day. And we actually talked about this today in Circle in our master class. We have a monthly master class in there and talking about reclaiming your energy every day and cleansing your energy every single day. Because there are cords that you attach to other people, there are cords that others attach to you, and that entanglement then makes it harder for you to access your own energy and to understand what is yours and what is someone else's. And a lot of times, a lot of us are so entangled energetically with our twins that it is actually unhealthy. It's a form of dependency, and that can interfere with your ability to heal as well. So I want you to close your eyes and place your hand on one hand on your heart. Some of you might be easier to connect to your higher heart chakra where appreciation and gratitude lie. And then place a hand on your womb and just begin to breathe into your heart. And as you exhale, exhale out your womb. And then breathe in through your heart. Send that breath down to your womb and exhale out. And as you do this, start calling back your energy. Invite back all of your energy that you had given away throughout the day. And as you're reclaiming this energy, I want you to house it in that space right between your solar plexus and your sacral chakra. And allow that energy to accumulate there. And see if you can hold that. Because that is part of what we have to do. We have to harness that energy back, and we have to be able to hold that because that is our personal power. And to remind yourself every single day that you are the one that you have been waiting for. You're not waiting for your twin flame. Your twin flame is actually waiting for you. Waiting for you to come back to you and to choose you. And to begin to identify what patterns are you caught up in regarding this third party dynamic. And I would love to hear from you because I know when it comes to third party dynamics, there's a lot that we can unfold. But I wanted to give you a taste of some things to help you navigate through this part of your journey, because I know all too well all the work that I've had to do. And I want to be able to share that with you because I know what it's like to, be caught up in the obsessive thinking about your beloved out with his new partner and what they could be doing, and thinking it should be you that he's taking on vacation and not her, right? And all of this is invitations for you to turn within. And if this video stirred something up in you, I want to know, what did it stir up in you? What was like a aha moment for you? And I want you to drop it down below in the comments. And if you're ready to stop looping and you're ready to let go of this ache that you're experiencing, this pain, and to really do the work required to release this within you and to reclaim your power, I created a really sacred self-paced course for you. And it's called Untangled. It's a 5-module self-paced journey. So it's going to take you deep within, because we're going to decode the reasons for your third party dynamics. We're going to heal the roots of not enough, not good enough, or your too much energy that's within your lineage, right? Because there's probably a part of you still that feels not good enough. And that can keep you within that cycle. But not only that, that will perpetuate in other areas of your life as well. And we're going to reclaim your magnetic feminine sovereignty. We're going to release the obsession and the emotional entanglement with grace. And we're going to understand how the karmic is here to help you and how you can offer grace and compassion and gratitude for her, for the role that she is playing for you and for him, because it's a very powerful role. And when you can move into that compassion for her, you start opening portals for yourself to step into your power. But you also begin to understand that there are parts of her that are past versions of you. And whatever it is that you can see within her that you like about her, that you desire about her, or you can understand why he chose her, I want you to be able to understand that those lie within you as well. So in this self-paced course, there's going to be a workbook that comes with journal prompts. We'll do some guided rituals, some sacred energy clearings as well. And I'll do some teachings on karmic roles, feminine shadow work, and ancestral healing. And then you'll be able to receive some very powerful embodiment practices, reconnect to yourself, to become radiant, to find closure within the cycle that you're in, and to return to your sovereignty. And so Untangled officially launches on June 23rd. I am opening the portal to this self-paced course today. And between now and June 23rd, I am offering this portal for $222. Normally, it will be $444. And for the next few days, it will be at this discounted price. And then on the 10th, it will go up to $333. And so I want you to connect with yourself. If this is stirring something within you and your body is saying, yes, I need this, and your ego is like, no, we can do this on our own, that is an invitation. and to sit with that part of you that's saying yes. Because this isn't about rushing. It's not about, like needing to do this now. It's about honoring your readiness within your soul that says, yes, I'm ready to rise. I am ready to reconnect to this part of me. And I'm ready to reclaim my sovereignty and to give gratitude for what it is that I'm experiencing. And so I'll drop all the details in the link down below in my description box. And I want to remind you that you are never meant to be the other woman. You're meant to be the woman you are and to own who it is that you are and to realize that everything that your twin flame actually desires is within you. You just haven't been able to access that. And you are the center of this path. Not your twin, not the karmic, not anyone else, you. And everything that's unraveling for you right now, which if you were to take some time and look at, you would be able to see how things are unfolding. It's making space for you to finally come home to yourself. And when things start unraveling, let them unravel, because it means that those things are no longer in alignment with you. And I'm sending you all so much love and light. And so honored to be on this path with you. And so honored to be able to share about such a sensitive topic, right? Because there's a lot of shame that comes around being in these dynamics. But we're here for a reason. And we're here to clear many things, which is why it seems like we have to do so much work. But we know that our soul chose this because it wasn't designed for the weak. And so I invite you to drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with other feminines that are on the twin flame journey. And I cannot wait to connect with you in the next video. Until next time.